Howdy, what's going on? It's your boy T and Smooth back here with another video. The Pittsburgh Steelers franchise. We're currently in week 4 here, 1 and 2, about to take on the New York Jets, who are 0 and 3. Looks like here we're currently third in the AFC North, currently tied with the Baltimore Ravens. We got the Cleveland Browns above us, and then Bengals above them at 3 and 0. Let's take a look here at our players that need to be upgraded here. That's progressing along. Looks like we got fair bit amount of players. Mitch Trubisky's one that I would really like to focus on. I know he's got, I believe, normal development, but really he needs to. Really, we need to increase. Probably his accuracy is pretty bad. I would say we need to increase his field general sense. I mean, that's going to give him a little bit better accuracy on some passes there. Gives him throw accuracy on the middle field 1 and then throw accuracy in short field 1. It also gives him +1 awareness, which is what we're looking for there. So, um, Mika
This is a
Fitzpatrick,
development
he's
trailer. This
looks
is the
like
abilities tab. Here you can
he's currently a superstar. Dev, we'll upgrade his zone for him. Coming on down here. Looks like we got Kilo Weatherspoon. Definitely need to get him probably zone ability a little bit better there. Look at his ratings and see what he's got. Yeah, he's got man coverage is 86, speeds up to a 90, zone coverage is up to an 83. That's not bad at all. All right, perfect. We'll keep them. We'll go ahead and auto upgrade some of them, and then we'll take a look here at the negotiations on the contracts. Don't really like to
These
offer
players are
contract
last year in their
negotiations this
contract.
early in the season, just because it's only week 4. There's still so much that we could see come out of these guys that they need improvement on. Looks like Deontay Johnson isn't even interested in re-signing with us. Let's look at his player card here. See what he's got on motivation. So, no players have the tag of team franchise quarterback. Um, he wants to be close to home, which we are not. And then okay, so he has financial values as well. So honestly, you know, sometimes on these guys, especially a guy like Deontay Johnson, he's been in Pittsburgh his whole career. He's had pretty good seasons. 600 yards receiving his rookie year. Then he had 900. Then he had over 1,000. He's on pace to do fairly decent this year. However, some of these guys, when they, obviously they don't want to sign. His is like all the way in the bottom. I don't even want to offer him that big of a contract because we're going to go from paying him $3 million, which I'm aware that that is a rookie deal. I understand that, but I don't want to offer him a contract paying him $63 million. That's just I don't think that he would
Choose from
personally,
4
in my
preset
opinion.
offers that range in
I don't believe that he's really. Um, I don't want to say worth it. He is superstar dev. Um, but I just don't want to spend that much on Deontay Johnson. Whenever, in reality, his interest in the team is so low that I'm really going to have to go like very player friendly, which at that point in time I'm going to have to pay him, as you see there. Even if I did that for 4 years, that's still 78 million. That takes away a lot of our cap. I'm just not willing to do that. So I will go ahead and I am going to see what we can get here for Deontay Johnson. I mean, if you look at our depth chart here, we have a fairly decent wide receiver core. You know, even after him, he is our highest rated receiver, yes. But we have Chase Claypool, we have George Pickens, we have Anthony Miller, we have Miles Boykin, and we have Calvin Austin. All of these guys are like, we actually have 2 guys from Memphis there. A future starter tag, trade target. Anthony Miller's all right. Then we have day 1 starter. Chase Claypool, unfortunately, doesn't have a player tag. Most of our receivers do. Most of our receivers are fairly decent there. So I do want to go and I do want to see what is out there as far as trades for Deontay Johnson. I want to see here maybe if we can make our first trade of the season. So let's go out here. Let's add him on the list. Also, it's going to help us with the cap a little bit. Let's just get offers for him. Let's just see what we can get if we were to get offers for him. Looks like that's not a bad trade right there. The Bills. So they're wanting to give me Gabriel Davis and Zach Moss. I really wouldn't want Zach Moss and a seventh round pick. The seventh round pick makes it pretty bad. But everything else about that is good. Darnell Mooney, he would be a nice receiver to add to the core here. Gabriel Davis would too. Really, I'm really a big fan of Gabriel Davis. Javante Williams. I really don't need a running back. If I was to package them up and make a trade package of Deontay Johnson and Najee Harris, then maybe. But I'm not really sold that Najee Harris can't be something here. I kind of like Najee Harris and what he adds to the team. I'm not going to do that trade. This would be a good trade for Samuel Jr. here. I would take Chris off and I would up the draft pick if I was to accept that. I don't want Hardman. Um, I mean, some of these trades are pretty. They're all right. Sterling Shepard. I don't want. I mean, yeah, I don't want Sterling Shepard. I don't think. I think what I'm gonna do is some of these trades are getting pretty bad here. I'm either gonna work here with the Bills. That's sending him farther away from home, though. I want this to be a good destination for him as well. And as you see, he wants to be close to home in Florida. So really, the only teams that I could accept then would be the Buccaneers. That's not a bad trade, or the Jags or the Miami Dolphins, or obviously like the Falcons or something like that. They're not offering a good trade though. The Dolphins are offering a pretty good trade. That might be a destination for him. The Jaguars is all right. So here's what we'll do. We'll try to send him to the Dolphins, and we'll take their second round pick like they're offering and see what else we can pick up from there. So let's do that real quick. Let's go to the Dolphins here. Let's see if we can make a deal here with them. Um, so they do need some receivers pretty bad. I would like a receiver to replace him, but you know what? At this time, what I'll do is I'll ask them for their second round pick, and I always like to improve the secondary when I can. Some other positions that we're hurting for is defensive tackle, center. Let's see what they got for defensive tackle. Yeah, John Jenkins. Potential. Nah, he's 33. I ain't taking John Jenkins there. Up that offensive line a little bit there. So why don't we just do? Why don't we just do? See what we got for running back here. We got Benny Snell as a backup. I'll give them Anthony McFarland as well. Deontay Johnson. And I want to see if this will work. I don't think that it will, but I'm going to ask them for their first round pick number 31. And I'm going to ask them for, I guess, for Miles Gaskins. Yeah. It's gonna off balance itself with as far as the cap goes. We'll try to see if we can make that deal. And it is a done deal. They are going to trade us the number one pick. I mean, not the number one pick. I wish it was. The number one round pick, pick number 31 is what it's estimated to be. And for Deontay Johnson, Anthony McFarland, we're getting a replacement for McFarland with Gaskin, which is, I think, a fairly decent trade. And now I can go to free agency and see potentially if there is a wide receiver that I would add to my roster here. And I always think it's that side that I need to click on, but it's not. So we have Jackson. We have Tyrell Williams. Not really anyone that I would probably add. Josh Gordon potentially. Let's see if there is anyone. Hmm. Preston Williams. Muhammad Sanu. I could add Muhammad Sanu. I mean, he is Preston Williams. You know what? We'll add Preston Williams to the roster. Why not? We'll sign him to the roster. We'll add him not as a replacement. I want to make sure everyone understands that Deontay Johnson is not going to be obviously replaced by Preston Williams. This is just to add more depth. The replacement for this year, and obviously I'll probably look to draft a wide receiver or get one out of free agency just to kind of balance this thing out. But the the replacement for this year is Claypool. Now, here in a little bit, it can be, at the end of the season, we might draft someone else or something. George Pickens is going to be upgraded to wide receiver number 2, just because I feel like he provides. I feel like he provides what we're looking for out on the field. It's either that or he's going to be in the slot. But he's definitely going to be one or the other. Preston Williams here is going to come on. He is going to be our wide receiver number 4 currently. I think that's where I'm going to leave him at as well. I am going to kind of make his jersey just look a little bit better here. Relaxed can stay. He can be loose, but I don't really like it long. I don't think his jersey's like that in real life. Maybe it is. I will leave it loose though, because I do think Preston Williams is one of them guys that has his jersey loose like that, which is nice to see. A specialist slot receiver is George actually. So since George is going to get in, and I've had him set as the slot, I will put Anthony Miller in as wide receiver number 2. Kenny Pickett's still on the brink of potentially getting the starting job over Mitch Trubisky. Kind of just depends on what we continue to see from him. And other than that, let me make sure that we have Gaskin here as a good jersey number. Sometimes it throws these guys in with crazy jersey numbers. 37 is a perfect fit for him. That's fine with me. And now we can get out here. We can get this game started. I think we'll save the color rush for another day. We will go out here and kick this game off against the New York Jets.
It's Madden NFL 23, and featured this week is C.J. Mosley. He was terrific defensively last week with 11 tackles. It's the Jets and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we look at this Steeler Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think that...
And we will play most of the games, but there is some parts that we'll sim through just for time purposes. But most of the game we will be playing.
Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former number 2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their
And I have implemented the Mat 10 sliders, so I will link those below if you want to go and add them to your game as well. Definitely pretty nice sliders. Harris gets the edge there, and he will get 5 yards. He almost gets tripped up. Only got 6 yards. He almost got tripped up in the backfield there, but he managed to get out of it and get some positive yards.
19 carries, 93 yards and a score.
And we will go here real quick and let's see. I think it's under volume. Yep. We will turn. There we go. We will turn the commentary off. I know it's kind of turn it on at the beginning of the game so you get that nice presentation. It's kind of nice to just talk without it. Got Fairmouth right there, and he gets a first down. 9 yards on the throw. Mr. Trubisky, he's growing week by week. I just want to see constant improvement by him. I know that he's not going to be probably the franchise guy. He's probably not going to be the guy here forever, but I'm kind of just looking for him to get us through. I don't know. Maybe he could turn into the franchise guy. I don't think it will happen, but Najee Harris hits a little 4-yard run there, 5-yard. I don't think that it will happen, but if it did, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would leave him as the starter. But as of now, we obviously in the offseason, if a better quarterback or something opens up, we might potentially target them. But as for now, our starter is Mitch Trubisky as he throws one off here to Najee Harris, and Najee Harris takes it up the sideline to the 46-yard line. That's a nice little dump off. Nice little read, too. You look at the first few receivers. They're not there. Hand it off to Najee, or throw it off to Najee. Dump it off there in the slot, in the flat. Get him up the sideline to the 46. That was a nice little play there. This time Najee's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Looks like Miller might be open on his route, depending on what they run here. Kind of. We dump it off to our tight end though, and he gets us a good 7 yards there. And now we'll run it. We'll run it up the middle of Najee and see what he can do here. Najee, I think, could be a breakout star for this team as well. No, in real life, he's struggling a little bit, but right there, he hits the seam and he gets us the first down. That's all I care about is what happens in Madden right now. I like running them on these little routes, too. We'll keep Fairmouth in here to block for us. And we'll hit Chase Claypool across the field for a good first down. He gets it down to the 21. And I like that Mitch Trubisky is staying in the pocket. He's not backing up too far. He's not staying too close. He's just staying in the pocket there if you look. Kind of, I mean, he is backing up a good 4 yards right there on that play. But the offensive line is just, they're becoming dominant, and it's good that Fairmouth came in there and blocked because he got the blitzing corner that was trying to come off the edge right there. But we'll run the slip screen here and see how this works. You have to have a good offense for this to work. You have to have a good running back, a good quarterback, and a good offensive line because normally this doesn't work depending on what team you're using. But it looks like it works here. It gets us a solid 9 yards. It looked there he was going to be stopped in the backfield there for a minute, but he was able to push it downfield to the 11-yard line. And now he gets a handoff, and he takes that one down to the 2 and down inside the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A nice little handoff, a nice run up the middle to get into the end zone. And we're on the board first. And here, Steeler Nation, that's all they care about, is having the lead all the way through the game. So with the Mat 10 sliders, he does have it set up for if you play on All Madden or All Pro, there's different sliders based off of what you're playing on. I play on All Madden, so I have it set on the All Madden sliders. But if you play on All Pro, you can set those up as well. It doesn't look like it's going to be a good kick there, but it might be by Boswell, and it is. He gets it all the way to the end zone there. They're going to start at the 25. And I am going to play this first possession here because I feel like it is a vital possession to play. Reggie Bush here. Oh. And Terrell Edmonds can't get him down, so Reggie Bush comes in on the tackle. Brace Hall there gets a 16-yard run on the first offensive play of the game for them. Let's see what TJ Watt can do coming off the edge here. He's coming off against a good offensive tackle right there. And Miles Jack can't make the tackle. Cameron Sutton comes up and holds him up for a 10-yard gain. So that's both 16 and then 10-yard gain. He's got 26 yards in this one on just 2 carries. We will run man right here. If they keep doing that, we'll have to switch up what we're doing here. Let's see what if TJ Watt can come off the edge here. I want to put pressure on Zach Wilson as much as we can as he dumps that one off there for a 5-yard reception. We got the defensive line to put pressure on him, and somehow he breaks that one from Miles Jack. Don't understand that logic, but he does, and he gets negative 2 yards. We always love that. Plays that go back. We will play Bush here. Actually, we won't because I'll find a way to mess that up. And they left the middle of the field open. So I don't know who was supposed to cover that. I think it was actually Miles. But he left it open. They get the ball down to the 27-yard line. It's frustrating on a 3rd down, but it is what it is. Miles Jack sees that one, and he comes in and makes the tackle. Tackle for loss there, actually. Let's see. And Joseph comes in and makes the tackle as well. That's 2 straight plays, and I like how he read that. If you watch right here, he kind of sticks with him and he reads it. The moment that ball is thrown, he gets there. That's what you like. If they're going to catch it, don't let them get any rack afterwards. That's what you like to see. And now it's 3rd down again. We let them convert earlier on 3rd down. And this time, we're not. He throws it away there, 4th and 10. Now he's going to be forced to kick it. Let's see if maybe we can get a block. And we won't get there in time, and the kick is good. 7-3 ball game here, nearing the end of the first quarter. .20 seconds left in this one as Austin is set to return. And we try to do a little zigzag move there to try to juke him out, but unfortunately it doesn't work. We'll hand this one off and we'll let the clock run out. Hopefully he can get a good, solid 5, maybe even 10 yards here. Who knows? Najee Harris gets 2 yards, gets it down to the 23. And we'll let that one go to the second quarter. We'll come back out, and we'll hit him with another run. Najee Harris has been pretty good today. But we'll see what he can continue to do. And he gets stuffed on that one. No gain. Now we're forced to throw it here on 3rd and 8. Fairmouth has been a target all game. This time we get sacked. The offensive line cannot hold up. And they get in there on the sack on Mitch Trubisky. We just had no one open in there. Didn't have enough time to really throw it. And that's unfortunate. And our punter comes on the field for the first time today. and he gets it to the 50-yard line, and that's very unfortunate. I mean, I guess that's a decent punt when you're almost near the end zone, but it's unfortunate that we're letting them start on the 50-yard line because they show that they can drive the ball last possession, and they're probably going to do more of the same this one, but not that time. They only get 1 yard. Brings it down to the 49. And I called a blitz, but I am strongly regretting that. Probably, yeah, we'll call a timeout. Our defensive set was kind of a jumble there. I didn't want any miscommunication to happen and give up a big play. We're in the second quarter, so it's not like we have to have the timeouts 100%. I mean, it'd be nice to keep them in case we need them. With a big hit there, the first down marker, but we don't absolutely have to keep every single timeout, especially there's a possibility that we call the wrong play and give up something big. We don't want that at all. Reggie Bush and Miles Jack chase him down on that one. Still allowed 5 yards though. Still allowed 5 yards. I'm going to have to change. At halftime, we're going to have to make some adjustments for the rushing, because I didn't think that they would play like this, but they are. And now Zach Wilson is going to run it. And he gets 19 yards, and they're down to the 15. And their offense is playing really good in this one. Miles Jack matched up against, I believe that's Moore there. Oh, Weatherspoon almost had it. He could have got it. He could have stuck out just a little bit more there. We're going to spread the defensive line here. Want them to spread apart. And good adjustment, Casey Hayward. That adjustment brought Casey Hayward out a little bit more, and it allowed him to get in there and make that tackle. Look at that. He just stuffs him. And if he found a way to push Casey Hayward off, I would be questioning everything about physics. And we will actually do a quarterback spy. And he gets that one, but he gets out at the 9-yard line. So it's 4th and 4 again. And I'm fine with that. Kick the field goal. I'm fine with that. If I can hold you to a field goal on every drive, we might find a way to win this one. That's all we need. So that's twice that the Jets marched down the field. Really wish we could stop them, but that's twice that they marched down the field. Both times they get a field goal. They just come up and then they kind of just style out. I like it though. We need to keep it. We need to keep that up on defense. Keep the pressure. It was good a thing right there to make TJ Watt quarterback spy there. We're back on offense here with a handoff to Najee, and Najee is only going to get 1 yard. I think we need to focus on passing just a little bit here because Najee's kind of getting styled up here. I don't know I guess the defensive line is finding a way to break through there, and let's see if that one can get on target. And he almost threads the needle with that one. And we're facing another 3 and out. And we don't need this here after scoring that touchdown in the first quarter. We haven't even got a first down since. And that one was a bad throw. But somehow, it was a bad read. More rather, not a bad throw. But somehow he turns it into a good throw, gets it into there, George Pickens, and he just does his thing. That was a total misjudgment, right? So I thought that George Pickens was gonna cut in. I thought right here, when I started to throw that, about right here, I thought he was gonna cut in. So if he had cut in to the right, he would have been open, in the middle of the field, open. But then once I released it and saw that he was still running, and I've already pressed the button by this point, so I'm committed. Once I pressed it and saw that he was still running, I was like, oh no, it's gonna be a pick. That's what I thought. he's able somehow to just catch it with no effort by the secondary. They're just trying to tackle him. They're not trying to swat the ball or nothing. I'll take it. I'll take it. Good catch by George Pickens, and I guess it was a decent throw. I mean, it wasn't that good because it put it kind of where the secondary could get it, but it's all right. And Najee Harris there almost said George Pickens again because he's on my mind right now after making that catch. But Najee Harris gets a 2-yard gain right there, and we're back down at the 45. Maybe the last play before the 2-minute warning. That one gets thrown over to George Pickens, and he gets a good 2-yard reception. And we're going to try to run one more here. And that one gets thrown to Najee. Najee breaks the tackle, and he gets it down to the 40-yard line. 3-yard reception. He almost got caught in the backfield. And if I was to kick the field goal here, which I'm a little tempted to, it's a 56-yarder. You know what? We're down on the 39. I think this is a spot kind of where you just have to go for it and trust your offense, right? I think we have to go for it here. We're going to do a fullback handoff. Handoff to Watt. And Watt gets the first down. I couldn't tell where the placement of the ball was going to be exactly, but I guess he barely crossed. For a second, I didn't think he crossed, but I guess he barely crossed. So we'll take it. And we're down at the 38. And no one really to throw it to. Kind of try to get that one off of Fairmount there, but can't get it to him. We'll run this route here. We kind of just need something that's going to get us a first down here. Oh, that was a bad throw. We could have got it to him though. He was a little open there. We'll try to run this route and see what happens. Try to pass it to him in the drag. George Pickens is open, and he gets the first down. George Pickens with another big-time reception in this one. Everyone's set. Hike the ball, and no one is really open. Try to get that one off to Chase Claypool, but just can't get it to him. It's all right. Let's see if we can run another slip screen. Let's see if it works again. Like I said, these are very rare to work, very hard to get to work. We get that one off. He almost gets caught in the backfield, but doesn't. He manages to get to the 19 and get out of bounds, though. And it's going to be 3rd and 7. And we pass off to him again. And that time he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Really don't know if there was anyone else to go with there, though. It's the struggle. And we will take the field goal here. We don't want to go and not take points that are pretty much not really a given. We could still miss this, but don't want to give up points like that. So we'll take the points, go up 10-6. And they only have 44 seconds left anyway. Miles Jack comes up with a big hit there as Joseph. See if we can bring a little bit of pressure here. TJ Watt almost gets in there, and he should have picked that off. That was, I tried so hard to use to pick that, but he already was committed to the SWAT. If he picked that off, that would have been a game changer TJ Watt comes off the block here, almost gets in there. Miles Jack gets in there, though, and makes that tackle at the 33-yard line. TJ Watts came off that tackle now twice, and he's almost got to the quarterback. And we need to try... I think that they're probably going to run it. Nope, they're not. They're going to pass it. And he drops it! He dropped it. He had a wide open receiver, and he passed it to him, and that receiver just dropped it. Now I'm trying to debate whether or not I'm going to go for this or if I'm just going to take my losses. I tried there to try to make that cut in, and depending on how many yards I got, I would have potentially went for it. I don't want to force anything before halftime. 19 seconds, not much to work with. I think we're just going to try to run this one out, and if we spring a big run, then we'll go from there. That almost, we'll kind of just leave it at that. We'll kind of take this one to the half. We'll run one more play here if we have enough time. And we'll take that one to halftime with a 10-6 lead. Not the best lead to have, but... And I definitely want to focus more on passing it. And then we definitely... I was going to say that we needed to stop them from running it. However, I really don't know, because he's only got 20 yards now. That's not really for a half. I think we're going to focus more on their short pass. It looks like to be that's where they're having a lot of success at. So look to take that out. We kick off the second half here. They get the ball to start off. So if we can get a big defensive stop here, try to take it down the field ourselves, we might have a nice little game brewing here. Oh, and just as I made that adjustment for the pass, they come out and break out an 8-yard run on the first play of the second half. I'm going to put him to the outside a little bit more so he can get that edge maybe. He doesn't get off the start mat that much, but nonetheless, his receiver drops it anyway, so it ain't going to matter. Ball in air. Let's just swat it. Let's match our receivers up by overall, and on the tackle, let's just go conservative there. Make a little bit more adjustments for us. And he gets past. He didn't have the right angle. Fitzpatrick has to come in and catch him down the field at the 41-yard line. And then TJ Watt's injured on the play. That play was just a disaster altogether. I thought we would have him. The tight end got a block. Then Jack gets blocked. So and then Edmonds had the wrong angle on him. So I mean, it just was a bad play altogether. Let's try to see what happened to TJ here. What happened to him? I guess he just got blocked the wrong way. I mean, he's fine running down the field, and then he's just, oh, I hurt. Okay. We'll take a look at him real quick. I want to make sure we're not going to lose him. He's having back spasms, it looks like. Okay. Well, that's very unfortunate, but hopefully we can get him back here. Oh, Wormley gets in there on that one. Let's go. And TJ Watt, he is asking me if I want him to return. His re-injury risk is medium. I think we kind of need him. I don't want him to re-injure himself, but I definitely think we kind of need him right now. I mean, he's vital part of this defense. And he gets in there, and he gets the sack on his first play back in the game after his injury. And I'm literally sitting there talking about how much we need him, and I don't even have to say anything else because that just proves it right there. Comes in there and gets the sack. What a way to make yourself heard on that defensive line. Let's go. 3.2 seconds on the time to sack there. We definitely need him. I don't want him to re-injure himself, but, I mean, this is a close game. I don't want to get upset by the Jets. I think we need him in. He's already got one sack now. Let's go for two. And he gets in there, and he gets half of another one. TJ Watt. He comes in off of his injury. He's fighting through it. And he gets half of another sack. He's at 1.5 this game on back-to-back plays. I think I just proved the reason why we need him in this game and justified my reasoning for putting him back in this one. Calvin Austin takes that one down to the 13-yard line. Pretty bad spot to be right now on the field, but we got the ball back. We made a stop on them coming out of halftime. That's all I could ask for. Now we just have to go and execute on offense. We try to get a little bit of cadence there, but that didn't work. And Najee Harris once again is stopped. He actually got stopped in the backfield on that one. And that was an accident that I clicked on that play, so we will audible out of that one. We'll run slants here. Let's see what we can do. George Pickens there, and he gets a first down. He gets it to the 27-yard line. And I think actually we need to audible out of this one as well because we have ran a lot of running plays on first down, so I think they're trying to, yeah, see, they were ready for that one. They're starting to get the hint that we like to run it. We'll throw that one away. But they're starting to get the little hint that we like to run it on first down there. Not that time. Not that time. We're going to run the HB angle play. Try to see if we can get our halfback at the angle. Or we can hit up Anthony Miller there. And Anthony Miller is wide open, and he gets it all the way down to the 42-yard line, and a 1st and 10. Wide open. Wide open. And he wasn't my first look either. I was watching Najee. I'm watching them come over, the linebackers come over. No one sticks with Austin there, so... Not Austin, my bad. Miller. No one sticks with him. He's wide open. You kind of just got to dish it out to him. I mean, it is what it is. And I apologize. I'm not too familiar with all the Steelers wide receivers. I know George Pickens obviously had a huge monster catch over the weekend. He's from Georgia. Won a national championship there. Great receiver. I know Claypool. Anthony Miller, not too familiar with. Just now starting to learn about him and stuff. Calvin Austin, I've heard his name before. Not too familiar with him either, though. But nonetheless, we are getting to learn these players more and more every game and see what they could do for us. I think George Pickens and Chase Claypool right now is kind of our building blocks. Miller here is not too bad either as he catches one and gets a first down with it down to the 47-yard line. Starting to look like the our first drive of the game. We need to keep it up. And he's coming down. He's gonna try to blitz us in. We're gonna have to call another audible here. And it's gonna have to be quick too. We're gonna have to be set quick for this one. I want you to come in. I want you to block. We're gonna have to snap it. And exactly what I said. I mean, we still get 2 yards out of that play, but that play was kind of a bust from the get-go. You notice right here, the safety comes down. He's going to blitz. I read that, but I just didn't have enough blockers. I even tried to get my tight end right here to block, as he did, but I still didn't have enough, felt like blockers. I mean, they're blitzing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, 7 guys. I mean, that was a blitz like no other. I'm surprised I even had enough time to get that one off there. We hike this one. That was kind of a bad throw. It all could have got picked off. Regretted that one, every bit of it after it was thrown. We might be in field goal range here, but I do want to get a little bit farther down the field. We need a positive play here. We don't have it. We get blitzed again. And that time resulted in nothing. And I think here, I'll line up for the field goal and kind of see where the wind's blowing. The wind is blowing this direction. Okay, perfect. So we will kick this one. We'll see if he can get it in. It is a 62-yarder. We'll see if Chris Boswell can knock it in for us, though. And it's on track, and it's barely good. And it's a 13-6 ball game here. That one was barely good. But nonetheless, it's good. Oh, man, but the kickoff is still in the end zone, though. That's all that matters. Comes out to the 25. Brees Hall coming in. He's at 65 rushing yards this game. Yards per carry, 7.2. But he's had 0 touchdowns. We need to keep it that way. Let's see what TJ Watt can do coming off the edge here. And they are going to run it. And this time he is stopped for only 1 yard. We need to keep doing that. That hurts the average a little bit there, doesn't it? That's what we'd like to see. And this time, I didn't even see that one. I thought that the quarterback still had it. They faked me out with that one for sure. And that time, he stopped at the 45. Only a 2-yard gain. We're trying to wreak havoc on this defensive line down here. And we stop Michael Carter. Michael Carter hasn't done good today rushing on us. It's been Brees Hall here who's kind of tore us apart. So as long as Carter's in, I'm not too worried about the run. Casey Hayward gets off the block and almost gets to him. Doesn't, but Bush gets him after he scrambles for 2 yards. Casey Hayward got off the block there, but he just wasn't quick enough to try to get to the quarterback. The quarterback slipped to the left side of the field, and it took Reggie Bush to get him down. Nonetheless, though, they get him down, and we force a punt in this one. And after getting 2 field goals on back-to-back drives, Jets haven't done too much after that. We'll kind of get that one, and we'll go out. I'll try to go out of bounds, but I guess they still wanted to tackle me. That's all right. We're going to the fourth quarter with a 13-6 lead. Not really the lead that I would like to have over somebody like the Jets. Really think it should be like 23-6 or something like that. But in the NFL, a win is a win. And I say in the NFL because in college, I don't believe a win is a win, depending on how much you win by. But in the NFL, a win is a win. Anyone can win on any given week, and I don't know what I was thinking. The Jets could beat the Chiefs one week. I mean, anyone can win on any week in the NFL, so a win is a win. I should have went right here. I don't understand. I tried to hit that hole, but I don't know why, what was going through my brain at that time. But wasn't a good play. Oh, yeah. We have Fairmouth open, but he drops it. So that's frustrating because that would be near a first down. But instead, we're going to be 3rd and 10 off at the drop there. And we had kind of a little bit of time to throw, but we can't get it out to him. So we are going to be forced to go 3 and out and punt this one in a 1-possession ball game. And he is going to fair catch it down to the 39. I don't really want to put our defense back out there that soon, but I have to do what I have to do. Oh, and we get a pick by Cameron Sutton. And that will help us out. He said, you know what, I'm tired of being out here on defense right now. Take the ball back on offense and give us a little bit more rest. Let's go, Cameron Sutton. Just made a bad read. It was kind of it was a congested area right there. 3 receivers, 3 defenders, maybe even 4 defenders. I wouldn't have wanted to throw that on that side of the field if I was him. We'll take a look at it real quick as well as we call a run play there. But yeah, it was a congested, heavily congested area. Routes getting mixed up. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to throw that if I was him. I think he even tried to get it. I don't know if he was trying to get it to his. I don't know if his target right there was the receiver Garrett Wilson or if it was C.J. Uzma right here. I don't know who it was, but looked like it was probably Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson is another guy I kind of follow him as well. And Najee Harris is stuck again. Only a 1 yard carry. And I mean, he started the game off pretty good. But since then, since really about the middle of the second, well, I'd say the beginning of the second quarter, he's kind of slacked off a little bit. We got to keep our passing game on check, though. And Anthony Miller catches one down, brings it to the 35-yard line. We'll run this play right here. Just send Pickens down the field there. And we'll bring that one in to Fairmouth, and that one's picked off. So now we had a pick on back-to-back drives with Whitehead picking that one off and giving the ball back to the Jets. And that one wasn't really, I wouldn't put that one on Trubisky. I wouldn't. Because the tight end is in front of the defender. He's in front. He's a bigger guy, so he has the advantage over him as far as that goes. He just doesn't really get in front of it that much, and the defender just takes it right out of his hands. So, yeah, I wouldn't put that one on Mitch, personally. But it is what it is, and we're back on defense. And they fake a run there, but then they pass to him. Miles Jack is there. Only allows a 2-yard reception. Breece Hall runs that one up, or Michael Carter actually runs that one up the field, up the middle there for 3-yard gain. Missed tackle there, and he receives it and goes to the 45-yard line, 1st and 10. We need to call an audible here. That's a run, and it's a fumble, and Highsmith is on it, I believe, right? I don't know who jumped on that one. Let me see. So who forced it here? Looks like T.J. Watt, maybe. No, he's in a tackle battle with T.J. Then Alari comes up, punches the ball out, and then I think it was Highsmith that jumped on it there. Yes, it was. So we've had 3 drives now, back to back to back, with all turnovers, after having no turnovers previous to that. And Najee Harris takes that one to the 42. And I think at this time, this is when we can start running some clock. My bad. Yeah, I think this is when we can start running some clock. I need more than a 1-yard carry, Najee. This is kind of same thing that Najee does in real life. He kind of starts the game off hot, and then he kind of styles and seems to only have got 40, 50 yards a game in each of the 3 first games this year. I haven't kept track of him that much, but I know he's definitely not a star for fantasy at the moment. That one's caught by Miller, takes it down to the 39. And it's suggesting a punt here. I think we're in field goal range. I know the wind's blowing this way, but it's the 39. I'll let the clock run down to under 4 minutes, and I think I'll kick this one. Or at least attempt it. He's nailed a 62-yarder. I know he had the wind on his side. This is 56. It's kind of against the wind, though. Our defense has played fairly well, though. I think I'm still going to kick it. I think I'm still going to try. No, I couldn't get it off fast enough. Yeah, I couldn't get that one off fast enough. And I tried to call a timeout. That didn't work either. Yeah, we're just going to punt it here. Nonetheless, though, that gives us a little bit more room to punt. Maybe we can get downfield, and no, we're going to get it to him at about the 15-yard line, and he fumbles, but they pick that one up, and they're able to get it to the 30-yard line. And he gets that one to the 33 there. Oh, he's running, and he's fumbled it, and Casey Hayward is there to pick that one up, and that might be the ball game. He fumbled another turnover for the Jets. That's 3 straight drives where they've had turnovers. Oh, yeah, Highsmith gets in there, gets the sack, the ball gets pushed up, and it just gets knocked out. Casey Hayward right there, that was a user fumble recovery. Casey Hayward comes in there and lands on that one and picks it up. We might be able to chew the clock out here. Call this one a ball game. Just need to protect the ball. Whatever we do, we need to protect the ball. Another run right there brings it to the 19, 3rd and 8. And we're going to run another run, or actually, we'll run a pass after the 2-minute warning. Try to pick up this 3rd down. Because I know after this, they are going to probably start. They're probably going to start. I don't know. Double here. They'll probably start calling timeouts. I want to see if I can maybe get a 1st down. Nah. I'll try to get it back out to him. Throw across the body like that ain't going to work. We will kick the field goal, though. Hopefully we can nail this one. And no! He missed it. And it's going to give them a chance to go down the field. It's going to give them a chance to go down the field themselves. That was a bad miss, too. And they're going hard at it, too. That was an incompletion. Stops the clock. 1 minute and 30 seconds left in this one. They might get this one here. They get a 1st down with that play. 1 minute left and 11 seconds. They get another 1st down. They get that one out to the 44-yard line. And he's going to run this one. Bush comes in and makes him slide. It's 3rd and 2. We're having a... Oh, yeah, that's not a good matchup at all. Bush on Breece Hall. And he has a guy down the field. But he breaks it up. That one gets broken up there. This is a close game. Anything can happen. And they catch that one, and they're down at the 36. They're going to start calling their timeouts now. And he lobs that one incomplete. Back them up. That one's incomplete. At the 8-yard line now. Or, sorry, 8 seconds left at the 36-yard line. And he has all day to throw. He's going to run this one himself. And he might get it. No, he's at the 10-yard line. And he stopped as time expires. And that's going to be the end of this one. Steeler Nation wins 13-6.